Let's do a little bit of rolling for our lower body. So if you brought a ball, you can stand up and put a ball underneath your foot. If you have a dog that you have to fight with, you can put the roller underneath your foot, maybe the bumpy part, or you can just use your hand and rub your foot. So any of those options are going to work. I think my dog currently has my roller. While you're doing this massaging, I want you to sit up tall. Engage your low belly, engage your upper belly. Keep your head in line with your shoulders. And notice your posture. So I'm rubbing my inner foot and then the pads of my toes along the side of my feet. And then maybe your thought is like, why am I even massaging myself? Like, where is the workout? Which that was my original thought today. And then I thought, if I focus on the process, I'm gonna have a better practice today if I take time to do this. Nice. And then I'm gonna straighten my left leg and just bring my fingers between my toes, or you can do that with the ball. So I'm gonna take my fingers between my toes and just work my hands back and forth. If you have arthritic toes and you just can hold your toes together, that's okay too. And then pull the shoulder blades down your back, pull in your low belly, pull in your upper belly, or just roll your toes, roll under your toe pads. Good, and then be mindful of your core, Devin. I'm still watching you, even though Vince isn't there. Nice. And then I'm gonna bring my left foot in, right ankle on top of my right knee. Press into my hands, press into my low belly, press into my upper belly, and take circles with my right ankle. Nice, and just move that ankle around to the right. Nice. Pull in your low belly, pull in your upper belly, lift your chest, take your ankle around to the left. Good. And breathe. Nice. And then we'll switch sides. So I'm going to face you. You're either taking a ball underneath your left foot or take your leg in a position where you can massage your left foot. So I'm just going to take my left ankle on top of my right knee and kind of sneak in a little hip opening. Then pull in your low belly, pull in your upper belly, lift your chest. And just notice, right? Like, oh, I wasn't having good posture there. So part of the practice is going to be just noticing when we need to change our thinking, change our posture. So starting with the center of your foot and moving down to your toe pads. So you're massaging or you're rolling. We're just trying it differently today. So you can just be creative, right? You don't have to do things one way. There's not one way to do things. Nice. And then take your fingers in between your toes, if you can, and just work your elbow. Good. And then check in with your posture. Why am I saying that? Because I noticed I was slouching. So try and keep your head in line with your shoulders, engage your core. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Take your hands back, lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades down your back, slide that right foot in, and take those circles with your right ankle. So I don't think I do enough for our ankles, I'm gonna say. I think I neglect my ankles. So I'm noticing, oh, this feels pretty good. Good, so take your feet around to the right, then your feet around to the left. Nice, good job. And then I'm going to work onto our calves for a moment. So again, sit up tall. If you have the roller or a ball, this is where I would use that. If not, just massage your calf. Right. Start with the center part, the thick part of your calf. Okay. Find your posture, find your breath, And then turn your foot out to the right. Turn your foot back to center. Nice. And then turn your foot out to the left. Nice. Just feel how those different spots are tight, and some might feel tighter than others. See if you can lift your chest. Nice, Jennifer. Good job. And then make your way right onto halfway between your knee and your hip and get those hamstrings. So maybe you're sitting up on the roller. Maybe you're sitting down because you don't want to put the weight onto your wrist and just rocking your hands from side to side. Maybe you are pressing up and really working back and forth. So starting with the center of your right hamstring. Nice. And then lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, pulling your low belly, pulling your upper belly. Good. And then turn your foot out to the right. Breathe. I was forgetting to breathe. I was like, wow, I feel out of breath. Oh, I'm not breathing, right? What are you noticing? Good. Check in with your posture again. Roll those shoulder blades down your back. Turn your foot in. Get that inner groin muscle. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. And then come all the way up onto your right glute. And then roll back and forth. Back and forth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. And then come on to your right side. So right at that point, between that hip point and the top of your pants leg. And I'm kind of, first I lean back a little bit and I get the top back part of my glute. Nice. So part of those hip extensors, part of that glute max, or not glute max, glute medius. Nice. And then roll a little forward, get more of the side of your hip. And then just notice what you notice, right? Notice what you notice. Take a good position for your legs that feels good for you. Nice. Good job, Fiona. Yeah, if this position isn't working for you, then find another one. Nice. Good. And then this is where we're going to go to that spot, Allison. I'm not sure if it was your right side or your left, but just roll now onto, so come back to center, knees forward, and just roll onto your low back. So mostly on that right side. So come on that right side. Knees are pointing up towards the sky. Pulling your low belly, pulling your upper belly. Get that low back. Nice. And then if you want a little bit more, take your knees to the right and that'll dig in deeper. If that's too much, keep your knees pointing towards the sky. Nice. Allison, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. This is the spot that I'm hoping is helping you. Okay. Nice. And then come off the block. Take a seat for a moment. Inhale, pull in your pelvic floor, pull in your low belly. Head in line with your shoulders, shoulder blades down your back. And then maybe your fold is just here. You're just going to go to here. I don't want you to go far. I want you to feel the difference between the leg that you rolled and the leg that you didn't roll yet. Nice. And I want you to feel where your neck is. Is your neck forward? Is your neck too far back, or is it in line with your shoulders? Nice. And then let's switch legs. So I'll turn around so you can see me better. Good. So let's start with that left calf. Hands behind you. Roll those shoulders down and back. Lift your chest. Good. And then let's start with that left calf. Nice. Good job. So maybe you put more into it by lifting your hips. Maybe you keep your hips on the ground and you dig with your leg more. I'm doing that. I like that. And then turn your left foot out. Come back to center. Turn your left foot in. Good. Come back to center. Nice. And then make your way up to halfway between your knee and your hip. Good. So you can stay down and work it here. If it's too intense, just keep your hand on your leg and work there. You can take your hands behind you and then lift up. Nice. If none of that is working, back off. Good. Roll the shoulder blades down your back. Rock forward and back. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Then turn your foot out to the side. Good. Get that outer part, that IT area. Nice. And anything that doesn't feel good in your body, take a skip. Nice. And then turn your foot in. Get that inner groin. Breathe. Roll your shoulders down and back. Pulling your low belly, pulling your upper belly. And then what is your head doing? I was cranking my head forward. So bring your head in line with your shoulders. Nice. Good. And then finally make your way onto your left glute. And just start on the center. So maybe you're on your back and because you're on the ball and you're just rolling there. If you're on a roller, then you're up higher. Just get that center of your glute. Find a couple of spots here. You can always sit up too, right? Head over shoulders if it's too much on your hands. If it's not too much on your hands, then nice. I like it. Everyone has a different thing. Allison's on her elbows. I like that. Fiona's on the floor. Good. And then come all the way up and turn onto your left hip. So your right leg can be in front of your left, your right leg can be behind your left. You can have your knees down, whatever feels good to you, and get that spot between the top of your leg and that left hip point. Good. And then I like to roll a little bit on that top outside part of my glute, which I think is my glute minimus, but I'm not sure, or my glute medius. That just feels really good, and that's an area I kind of discovered recently that needs some love. And then roll a little bit more forward onto that tensor lata. So that spot just at that right corner of your left hip. And if there's an area that feels better, you can stay there. You can go forward and back. Nice. So whatever feels good to you. Nice. Good job. And then come back to center. Let's come on knees pointing towards the sky. If you have a roller, you can just do your low back for a moment. If you're on the ball, just bring the ball to the left side of your hip. And just focus, pressing into your feet if you want a little bit more, backing off if you want a little bit less, and go just above that hip point. So get that lower back, knees facing towards the ceiling. Nice. And then if you want to make it more intense, take your knees to the left. If that's too much, keep your knees up towards the sky. Good. Do what feels good in your body. Nice. Good job. Nice. Okay. And then I just want to see where we are on time. All right. So that's 20 minutes. In an ideal world, I would do a little bit more, but I'm going to take the roller away for now. And we'll work the rest of our body with
yoga stretch.